This is verse 1 of the 18th chapter, the Gospel of John. Here we have Jesus now having completed the high priestly prayer that is part of chapter 17. He departs with his disciples and goes to the Garden of Gethsemane, and so we have John's description of that. Tauta, these things, relative or the demonstrative pronoun in the accusative neuter plural here. So these things, and then apon. This is participle. It's the aorist active participle, masculine singular nominative. It's associated with the subject, thus, of the sentence, referring, of course, to Jesus himself, who is here, Jesus, so Jesus. The aorist participle refers to time taking place in advance of the leading verb, so having said these things. Then, exaelthen from exerchomai means to go out. This is the third person singular, aorist active indicative. So having said these things, Jesus went out, exited. Sun, preposition, takes the dative, means together with, so sun, and then tois mathetais, the dative plural of the noun mathetes, disciples, and the masculine article here in the dative plural. So he went out with the disciples, autou, possessive pronoun, genitive, masculine, singular, went out with the disciples of him. Peiron is a preposition, takes the genitive, means across. So he went out with his disciples across to Kemaru. This is a word that's usually rendered brook, something like that, a little stream. It actually literally means a runoff, as in a spring runoff, something like that. This was the springtime, and so that may be a pretty good description. So he went across the brook or the stream to Kedron. The Kedron Valley you've heard of, and so that's the stream that we're referring to here. He went out across that stream. Hopu is a conjunction, means where, so where, and then ein. This is from ami, I am. It's the third person singular, imperfect active indicative, so where was. Kapos. Kapos is the word for garden. It's a masculine noun. It's in the nominative here. It's a predicate nominative off of the noun ein, so where was a garden. And then ace, preposition, into. Hon, relative pronoun, which goes back to kapos, into which we would say ace aelthen, really the opposite of exaelthen. So he went out with his disciples and went in. And then we have the intensive use of autos, the nominative, masculine, singular, into which he himself entered, ace aelthen, kai, conjunction, hoi mathetai, and the disciples autou of him. So we have Jesus now leaving the place where the prayer was offered and arriving in these fateful moments connected to the Garden of Gethsemane, and that becomes the drama that's going to unfold for us now.